Have you ever thought about the fact that in A Christmas Story, the screenwriter Gene Shepard has a very unusual comparison? He compares the old man's commitment, almost love of, as well as hate of, the Oldsmobile, that 1937 touring sedan. He compares it to religion, to denominations. Really, watch this.
That hot damn Olds is froze up there, man.
Some men are Baptists, others Catholics. My father was an Oldsmobile man.
Son of a bitch would freeze up in the middle of summer on the equator.
There you have it. That is a wild comparison. An Oldsmobile man, a Buick man, a Porsche man. Ooh, how far do we take this? Let's take it pretty far. Suppose you have a friend that's really into iPhones, and they would never buy a Samsung or an Android device. Or they're really into Sony computers. Or they're into Nikon cameras. Ooh, that hurts. I've got a few of those. I like Nikons. What do we do with all of this brand allegiance that Shepard shows us with the Oldsmobile in A Christmas Story? Well, I can tell you how the screenwriter thought about this. He had a very interesting view of these things. We human beings connect ourselves to particular brands. And this connection is like a religion. Now, before you think this is totally goofy, think about this. My old man, my father, was a Chevrolet man. He bought Chevys. He loved Chevys. He talked up Chevys. He hung out with other people that liked Chevys. Chevrolet, you know, that great American car. Until he got a lemon. Oh, that thing was a lemon. The transmission was a disaster, even a manual transmission. He got rid of that sucker, finally, foisted it off on somebody, and he became a turncoat. He got a Ford. That's right, a Ford. I'll never forget that thing. I don't know cars well enough to tell you what year, but it was white. It had a stick shift. It was even starting to rust out, as all cars did in the upper Midwest, in the Chicago area where we lived. But he switched. This is like growing up Roman Catholic and becoming Protestant, or growing up Baptist and becoming a United Methodist. You see what Shepard is doing here? He's saying human beings create these allegiances to brands of products, just like we have allegiances to religious denominations. That's the way we are. And the interesting thing about this is that Shepard believed that just as people who are really into a religion, they're true believers, they may not question things about their religion that are questionable. Why do we believe this? They don't ask that. They just stay with it. And they even try and convert other people to that religion. So Shepard believed the same thing happened with brands. We get committed to a brand, and even if it's, let's say, a lemon automobile, we don't want to admit that. We don't want to question it. We stay with it. I remember Shepard telling me one time, he said, you know, Quinn, somebody buys a new car. They drive that thing off the showroom floor. Within a few months, they start to have a problem with it. Well, they'll take it back to the dealer. They'll try to get it fixed. But chances are, he said to me, they will not tell other people about the problem because it's embarrassing to have had a commitment to a brand, to have bought a product in that brand, and then have a problem with it. So you don't tell other people until it gets really bad. And then you become that turncoat, like my old man, going from Chevy to Ford. So in Shepard's view, there is a kind of religious connection that human beings create, a brand allegiance like a religious allegiance. And it's very hard to get people to reconsider their commitments until everything starts to fall apart and they don't really believe in it anymore. But most people, most of the time, will not question things. They go on with their brands. The old man was an Olds man. He was an Olds believer. He was a member of the tribe, the religion of Oldsmobiles, even though that sucker would freeze up in the equator. What do you think? Are we that way? Shepard believed we were. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like a copy of my book, I'll put a link down below. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel there too. And please, if you'd like a personal copy while I still have them, if there's a link down below, you can order a copy and I will sign it. Your friends and family will open the book and see it's signed just for them. In fact, tell me how to sign it. Thanks so much.